This is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Already here, they'll audible to something else. The slot man in motion right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And Lance, he's going to change the play. Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now they'll audible to something else. From the gun, it's Lance. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Allen! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. You talk about this Rams defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 5. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Looking to throw McCarthy. Touchdown 49ers. Jamar Chase from 4 yards out. And the Niners are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Shotgun now for Lance. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there. 70 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up. Nine.
They're on the 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, now McCarthy. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. On play action, McCarthy looking deep here for Chase. And he's got it inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now Lance wants to change him up. And running with power here. Didn't go in. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Another try for Guerrero. Room here to run. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 51 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Ready up. Down. 10 seconds. Still, chest still. Ready.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. In motion, the tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the 49ers are going to get the football back at their own 17. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll send the tight end in motion.
To the air with McCarthy.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And Chase will go in motion left. Throwing is McCarthy.
Flush to his right.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it.
And this would have been returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
On the ready. 52 blaster. Watch out now. 50 Fury.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey.
Now Lance looking to change it up.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Lance.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Now Lance.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. Here's McCarthy.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
That is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He couldn't escape the pressure, and they go backwards in a big way there on the sack. A final shot before break.
McCarthy. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Joshua Friday to kick off for the Rams.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway
on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That one will send him back nearly 10 yards here on first down and a sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Escaping the pressure right.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's It's complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 16-yard line.
Lance looking to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Look at the big fella go.
Touchdown, L.A.
Trey McBride, 84 yards. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line.
Throwing again, McCarthy. Another one into the hands of Jamar Chase.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Over the dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now McCarthy.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy.
And this is caught. He hits more.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking to throw McCarthy.
Flush to his right.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And now an audible here into something else.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Well, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
And this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Gonna throw right side here, complete.
There he goes up the right sideline. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds.
A big play there for LA. 44 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And Lance now to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here as he's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed. We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
And Lance, he's going to change the play.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
They're going to get this outside. Oh, this could be a double pass.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
It's caught inside the 25. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here we go, set. 43 rail. Blaster.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
And now they'll shift things around. And Lance going to throw.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready. Drill 52. Snap. Red. Slide through.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Black ultra.
Now Lance again.
This is caught, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they planned this one out.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And he returns this to the 22.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air with McCarthy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Six. Mega. Steel. Black. Fury. Yellow. Red. Cycle. Check.
To throw, it's Lance.
Incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Here's Lance. A short one here, caught by McBride.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one.